Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine. Streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
It's my best fireworks sound effect. Thank you. I've been practicing that. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. As we're doing this show, it is live on Friday morning, just a couple minutes after 8:30. And right now, so the weird thing is there's a lot of you that will watch this on cable tonight. And by the time you're watching this at 7:30 or 10:30, certainly the MCSA, Muscatine Center for Social Action fireworks tent will have been open for business. But as we're sitting here this morning, the tent is not open yet. They're making a couple small adjustments, and we hope to have it open, I would say, by 10:30 a.m. at the latest. So again, if you're watching this tonight or tomorrow on Saturday or on Sunday, come and buy all the fireworks you need at the only fireworks tent in Muscatine County that is staffed by volunteers, that a portion of every single purchase that you make, hashtag purchase with a purpose, goes to MCSA to the tune of $30,000 over the past 2 years. This is a big deal. I'm all in with the MCSA fireworks tent, and I hope that you'll do the same. We got some great pictures from inside the tent yesterday. I want to give a shout out to the Muscatine high school football team for helping set up. Volunteers are still needed. Get involved and come and see us for everything that you need for your fireworks. Today's also the first day of summer, even though it might not feel like it with some of the weather that is on the way, potentially some severe storms and more rain. Just what we don't need is more rain. But it is the first day of summer and the longest day of the year. We'll have the most amount of daylight today. So think about this. Even if you're the kind of person you can't stand the gnats or being outside, get outside today, because come the dead of January, when it's dark at 4:58 and a half, I don't want anybody to complain. This is the longest day of the year. I'm telling you that so you can get outside and enjoy it, and I hope that you will. And the last thing that I'll mention is congratulations to two of our friends, my wife and I's friends, Valerie and Michael, getting married this weekend. Looking forward to that. My wife is a bridesmaid in the wedding. I'll be just attending. I'm the plus one. I was offered to DJ, but I kind of just wanted to attend. So we say congratulations to them and looking forward to a good time celebrating their big day. So a lot to celebrate. We've made it to the end of the week. If you're watching us live on Facebook, hello and welcome. Shout out to Judy Yates, who runs the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. She's with us this morning. Again, purchase those fireworks starting very soon. All right, we are going to talk all things. It's also National Selfie Day. I say that so that I don't forget to take a selfie with my first guest, who is back, and we're taking one right now. He is our favorite. I don't know if I can say that, but he's my favorite Wilton City Council member, and my friend Ted Maroff is back on the show. It's good to see you, pal.
You too, Tony.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me on again.
I was just saying the other day, you've come on this show in Cubs apparel.
Yes.
You've come dressed in character, talking about the alumni
Yes.
annual event that you did in Wilton, and now you've got a great shirt on. It makes me feel like summer. The first day of summer
First
shirt.
day of summer. I wanted
I know
to
that you
celebrate.
planned that. Yeah.
I'm with you. I love the long days. I hate it getting dark at 3 o'clock. I didn't. If I wanted to live in Fairbanks, Alaska, I'd move there. So yeah, this is a great day.
This is absolutely great. I guess we should talk about the giant piece of concrete on the table maybe to start.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of segue into the Freedom Rock. So that is a heavy brick that you've brought with.
Yes,
and
it is.
You don't have to pick it up. Cody can zoom in. Don't worry.
Right.
I know you've got the muscles, Ted. So talk about the significance of Michael's brick here, and then as it relates to the Freedom Rock.
Well, this brick comes from the Cedar County Freedom Rock site.
Gotcha.
This is actually a misspelling, a typo.
Okay.
So it's a sample that we're going to
It's
carry
an
around.
example, right?
But it is a good sample.
Mm-hmm.
And Wilton is the site of the Muscatine County Freedom Rock.
It's a big deal.
And it is a big deal.
Yeah.
And so we're just now getting going with a Facebook page and a website, MuscatineCountyFreedomRock.com.
Awesome.
And we're going to, for probably about the next 10 months, be selling these pavers that will become part of this overall Freedom Rock site in Wilton. The site is in front of the historic Rock Island Line Depot in Wilton, kind of a nice landmark
That's
place.
a great location for
and
it.
It just, the design of the site for the rock has evolved to where we now know what we're going to do. So we saw the Cedar County one, and they did a tremendous job with that one. By the way, if you're in Tipton, Saturday the 29th, they're doing an unveiling of it on June 29th. There's our little rock being set in place.
Hold on a second. Little Rock, look at the size of that thing.
That's 28,000 pounds.
28,000 pounds is not a little rock at all. That is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
And what's so nice, Ted, is that people are going to be able to recognize men and women that have served this country.
Yes.
I love that you have this example,
Yep.
recognizing one of our Vietnam veterans.
Well, it will come in 4 different sizes.
Sure.
We'll have an extra. This is a large size. You can
Okay.
get up 3 lines of text standard for for another $10.
Wow.
We have an extra large, medium, and small.
Sure.
And it just, when we're done with it, it will be a nice place. Not just to see
Absolutely.
the Freedom Rock, which is kind of a neat Iowa experience.
Absolutely.
But you'll be able to walk through there and see the veterans and so forth.
Well, and it's nice that and we should point out, it's veteran and active duty,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So, and there are certainly quite a few veterans in Muscatine County.
Yep.
We know that, along with some active duty folks that you and I both know personally, a lot of people that have served or are currently serving. This is exciting. So the goal is, it says coming soon in 2020. So the goal is to give everybody an opportunity, like you said, over the next 10 months to purchase something like this,
Correct.
to recognize a veteran, maybe someone that made the ultimate sacrifice, active duty, and then to have a big celebration.
Yes,
and
it is
in 2020.
It is Muscatine County.
Correct.
I know since it's sitting in Wilton, people might get the impression, well, it's for Wilton vets. It
Absolutely
is
not.
It is the Muscatine County Freedom Rock, and so we are making an active outreach to the Director of Veterans Affairs in Muscatine County. We're going to be putting our little sign on the rock in a few weeks and start to advertise it. In fact, we've just had a little article in our local newspaper, the
Sure.
Wilton Advocate, and we've already had several orders placed as a
great.
result. So I think this is going to be a favorite thing for people to participate
Absolutely.
in. And if they go to the website, muscatinecountyfreedomrock.com,
Yeah.
you'll see a PDF there, 2 pages, that you can basically print out, fill out, and send in. And we will, at that point, run it through about 3 levels of proofreading.
Right, absolutely.
We like to say it's not written in stone, but this is written in stone, so we will do our best.
We don't want any typos. Yeah.
I've had some good conversations with the person that ramrodded the Cedar County
Sure.
one, and the thing about typos was very enlightening.
Oh, I bet. MuscatineCountyFreedomRock.com. The significance of being able to have it in Wilton, though, is a big deal. And there's the Wilton Durant Advocate News that's talking about it. So, I mean, again, and I had sent Cody, I sent you an email with a graphic with all the different cities that are part of this. So we'll pull that up in just a second. All the different cities.
I think there's like 9 towns.
Right. That would be able to, and we hope that you'll be able to get a brick right here. All right. So again, just because the location is in Wilton, we're talking to Fairport, Fruitland, Muscatine, certainly Arden, Cranston, Conesville, Nichols, West Liberty, Adalissa, Wilton folks can all participate, encouraged to participate.
Well, and over the next 10 months or so, we will be outreaching to the local American Legions, city councils, senior meal centers, whatever organization that we can present this to, because I think the more we make it known, I have not met anybody that didn't think that this is a nice idea.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I love the location, again, with the historic train depot in Wilton. It's an easy place to find. There's parking, and it'll be a nice sentiment, especially when you're able to recognize a veteran.
And what we're trying to do is make it an area where you don't just come and say, oh, there's the Freedom Rock and what we're leaving.
Correct.
It's a place where you'll be able to sit, contemplate, enjoy the weather. Hopefully, if it's sunny out during I don't know how it's going to be in winter time, but during the summer, we hope it's a really nice place to just come and experience.
Well, it'll be great, and we look forward to continuing to follow that story. Again, MuscatineCountyFreedomRock.com. Even if it's not you, pass it along to somebody. You can see the Facebook page. It's a really wonderful story, and to be able to recognize, again, our servicemen and women, whether they're veterans or active duty, this is a big deal. And again, 28,000 pounds. That thing is not moving.
No, it's been sitting there for about a year now.
I was going to say, I've seen it, and it is massive. All right, so we stick with Wilton events coming up, and of course we're always excited when we talk about Founders Day. And for folks that are watching, they might be thinking, well, isn't Founders Day in August? Listen, 4th of July is in 2 weeks.
I know.
We were just talking about that before the show started. Ted and I are both scratching our heads like, how do we get to the point where
Oh, and by the way,
already...
I want to book a July appearance for
Yeah,
Founders Day.
absolutely. Please. We'll get that taken care of. We love having you here.
I want to bring my son Tyler along, who's organizing the stage shows and the bands and so forth.
So this Maroff power, right, between Tyler and Ted, they really busted their humps along with everybody else last year and made Founders Day, I don't want to say made changes, but just sort of refreshed it.
Yeah.
And we took our kids, and we absolutely, Ted, loved the bounce houses. And what I liked is that there was something for everybody, whether you got the kids or grandkids or not. People I know were flooded into downtown for the live music, and they loved the expanded beer garden. So what are y'all working on for Founders Day 2019?
Well, we think we hit a pretty good template, as you say, last year. We kind of shifted some things around. We had that Main Street stage or Mauer Street stage right in front of the depot, which really worked out well, and the beer garden worked out well. We've expanded the bounce houses for this year. We're actually going on Friday and Saturday, and for a single $10 fee, the kids can play both days.
Oh, you're speaking to me.
I'm telling you, it is a tremendous entertainment value.
It is, and it's not your grandma's inflatables.
Yeah, tell them to leave their iPhones and iPads at home and come have some fun.
Get some My kids were so sweaty. Listen, we were in the Candy Kitchen. I told you this. They were bouncing. It was a hot day, by the way, that Saturday. It was a very hot day. And you know how the kids get the red cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing you know, we're in the Candy Kitchen and they're cooling off. Cody, I sent you a little bit of a layout that Ted sent us. And there's a lot of thought that goes into this, and rightfully so, because, again, Ted, as much as it serves the fine folks in Wilton, the goal is to make an event that is attractive for someone, I don't live too far here in Muscatine, but to be able to bring people to Wilton is something special. So let's talk about what we're looking at on the screen right here.
Okay.
And you can kind of see just the scale of this event.
Well, and the planning of it is, my son Tyler has really injected, he's at the age where he's raising kids and this and that. And his drive is to make this a family event, like he remembered from when he was a kid.
Absolutely.
You want to bring the family down here. You don't want to just stay home because it's nothing but a beer tent and all that kind of
stuff.
So it's really, really expanded into that aspect. So what we've done is the inflatables will go around the corner and kind of be over there in the green space in front of the Candy Kitchen, the duck races, and on Friday we have the kids tractor pull, which really was quite popular last year.
Unbelievably popular,
and,
the duck races, there might have been 300 kids. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We got there at the end of the duck races, and we had to park like 4 blocks away.
We do some stuff, and we don't know if it's going to turn out till you try it. And that actually was a very popular one. We're having pony rides again this year. The car show. Dean Mauer does the tractor ride, where they kind of do a tour through Muscatine County and then show up and show off their tractors. So yes, try to have something for everybody. And
I really like what you did with the layout of the inflatables. I think that's genius.
Yeah.
Because last year they were sort of a long, I use that term loosely, smart, strategery if you'll have it. I like that, though, putting them around the businesses, right? Because you're showing off all of these folks that are in business in downtown Wilton. So this makes total sense to me to have the inflatables
Well, thanks.
there.
And again, as you play with this, it's like what will work and what won't work, and what worked last year and what didn't work so well. So yeah, we're pretty excited that this seems to be a template that we can build on and make better over the years. The other thing that we really ramped up last year, which we're continuing and increasing this year, is the entertainment.
Unbelievable.
So like Friday, the Quad City Rock Academy is bringing a couple of their bands down, Hum Hum and The Crash, and Been There, Done That. They're going to put on a show from, I think, 5 to 7. Then, the main event that night is the Lynn Allen Band.
Lynn Allen is just a classic band that's done so well in the region. I mean, when you sent me a message on Facebook with Lynn Allen, I love Billy and the gang. They're great.
Well,
they will rock.
The booking of those bands, Jake Hoekstra jumped in on that. Brad Jipp from Triple B. I mean, you're getting a lot of guys in that age group. I mean, I'm the oldest guy Tony. Sorry.
No,
guys.
You're not.
It's true. I'm 103. I look good for 103, but we're getting some guys in there that really, they're raising kids, and they want this to be good. So they've gone out and got these bands. On Saturday, the main event band is the Rosy Hips, and I think they're out of the Ozark area.
Yeah, it's super fun. I watched the promo video you sent me. Yeah. The Rosy Hips look like a great time.
But the other thing on Saturday, which we're really enthused about, is Wilton's Got Talent.
Yeah, so is this new or revamped or what?
This is new. We tried to start it last year, and sometimes you pour a little gas in the carburetor and it doesn't quite go.
Sure.
This year, Tyler's pulling out all the stops.
I love it.
And we've got probably a half a dozen local acts that are going to get up and sing and play and so forth. So he's working very, very hard at getting that set up.
Well, and we know that there are talented people in the area, certainly in Wilton, and if you are one of them that want to participate in Wilton's Got Talent, it's not me.
Yeah.
I have a certain set of skills, but, I mean, I like karaoke. I would never say I'm a good singer, right? But I would love somebody to get on stage in Wilton that thinks they're a comedian and tell some jokes, right? If you're going to open it up to that.
Yeah, we all think we're funny. Now, see, I can get on there. I'm good at Photoshop, so I could get on stage and run my mouse.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
You would do well with that, I feel like. The parade, the Eager Beaver 5K is a staple. But the parade, and I'm really going to make it a point for this store to be in the parade. So
good.
Just pencil me in or whatever I need to do. Hold me to it.
Okay.
Because this parade, and there it is right there. Good timing on that, guys. This is something special. I mean, there's a lot of 4th of July stuff coming up. Different communities go all out. We're talking Wilton Founders Day, 16th, 17th of August. The scope of this parade, Ted, I mean, unless somebody's experienced it, which I have, it is not a small town parade.
No,
this is
in
a
fact,
big deal.
In fact, we like to, I'm using this opportunity to promote it, but also invite, if there are local high school bands out of Muscatine County or whatever, in the sound of our voices here, we would love to have more high school bands in that parade.
Absolutely.
I mean, nothing beats a band in a parade.
No, and the kids love doing it. I'm just making a comment on our Facebook stream to let people know to save the dates.
Oh, absolutely.
For the 16th and 17th.
August
because
16th and 17th.
It'll be here before you know it. You blink but that being said, the work has continued as soon as last year's event ended, seemingly, right? I mean, there's not a lot of downtime with this.
We stopped. I mean, we keep on going. Part of what I'm doing as far as Founders Day goes, too, is the Alumni Association.
Absolutely.
We put on a play at the Masonic Temple. Our generous hosts at the Masonic Temple allow us to put on a play there. Yeah. And so I'm playing a new role, which you probably should come out and see. We only charge $5.
Right.
And it helps the Alumni Fund, because when we put on our banquet, everybody loves the Alumni Banquet, which was, by the way, a big success.
Unbelievable turnout.
Over 400 people turned out.
Wow.
But we kind of go in the red because we pull out all the stops. So we do this play and we try and replenish our coffers. But I am playing the father of G.I. Joe.
Oh, finally.
I am General Joe in this play. So if you want a thrill, you need to come out and see this play just to see me. I have my costume. I've tried it on.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep my wife's hands off me.
Oh, boy.
So, ladies, come on out and see the play at Founders Day.
And that is Founders Day weekend.
August
Do we know the
16th
name
and
of the show yet?
Well, the theme is Ken and Barbie Get Married.
Ken and Barbie Get Married, okay.
And so that's kind of a culmination. We're like Game of Thrones. We keep you coming back year after year.
You don't have to tell me.
This is the end. Now, you're going to like the end of this one.
Good. Okay. So, I just like that you're playing General Joe.
General Joe.
To G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's just great.
And General Joe can't move his arms either.
No, of course not. Yeah,
Barbie's the only one that can do this.
Yeah,
so.
Anatomically correct and everything.
That is correct.
That's awesome. That's going to be a good time.
That is correct.
So again, save the date, 16th and 17th for Founders Day, coming in hot. It'll be here soon. The Freedom Rock Project is very exciting. You sit Muscatine County FreedomRock.com.
Yep.
You serve as a Wilton City Council member.
Yes.
So I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about any city business or updates that you want to take the time to share while you're
absolutely.
here.
Well, the life of a Wilton City Councilman is not all glamorous, a lot of people think. So the sewer plant is almost done.
Yes, hey, that's exciting.
They're going to start running, I think, the two sites together through the month of July, and then eventually the old site will shut down and the new site will take over.
It's true what people have always said about you. You're number one in the number two business.
That is
now you can say that proudly, right?
That is true. I mean,
yeah.
It was something that needed to be done.
Sure.
When you start looking at the records, that old sewer plant's been around for 65 years.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, what do you have that's 65 years old that still
Nothing.
works?
I mean, this is one of those infrastructure things that we talk about that are not going to grab a headline potentially, but it needs to be discussed.
Chris Ball's our city manager, and he's just done a tremendous job for the town at managing that was a $6 million project. That's kind of tough to do. Our downtown revitalization program is almost done with its first phase.
Yes,
Some
absolutely.
really nice-looking buildings down there.
Gosh.
Candy Kitchen obviously is a good-looking building. The Corner Star Drugstore has really turned out nice. So that's ongoing, and we're probably going to look for a second phase of that to get some more of the buildings in and so forth. Our fireworks ordinance has been shrunk to 3 days, so hopefully all the nervous little dogs and everything will survive.
It's important to note, right? Muscatine, Wilton have different ordinances in place with respects to fireworks. We want you to buy them, of course, and be responsible with them. So there's 3 days in Wilton. That's
3 days.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 3 days, and that was kind of a compromise. At first it was 8 days, and everybody pushes the envelope, right?
Correct.
So at 8 days, they were starting to shoot them off in March, so we moved it down to 3 days, and so I've only heard a few go off.
That's good. That's good. One of my friends who's a Muscatine police officer was in the store the other day shopping with his kids, and he said, they ran a report in Muscatine the 5 years before things were legal. There were like 4 or 5 arrests. The first year that it was legal in Muscatine, there were over 20. And the thing about it is, just like in Wilton, I'm sure our police officers don't want to arrest you for lighting off fireworks.
No.
What they'd rather do is just give you a warning.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a couple of years ago, as a younger man, I was about to light a bottle rocket, and the cop pulled up, and I was like, I will not do that, officer. So they don't want to write you a ticket.
No.
They just want people to follow the ordinances.
Yeah,
so.
it's just one of those things that it is legal in the state
Correct.
to sell and to detonate and so forth. So the little towns, we have to how do we manage this?
Right.
So along with leaf burning, it's probably one of the most controversial things that we deal with.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Year.
That's a hot take, right? Leaf burning and fireworks.
Well, that's it, yeah.
You and I were exchanging messages, I guess it was last weekend, and I think I sent Cody a picture of Ted with Senator Joni Ernst at an event in, was it in the Des Moines area? Where were you?
Yeah, a friend of mine, Fred Grunder, who's the chairman of the Muscatine County Republican Committee, he and I go on the Joni Ernst roast and ride
there you go.
for the last 3 years. Yeah, there we are with Joni. And she sponsors this ride. There are about 350 motorcycles there.
Excellent.
And we ride from the Barn Harley dealership in Des Moines up to Boone, and they have a little rally and then so forth. So,
it's awesome.
So, yeah, those two old guys on either side of that pretty young lady there, we rode 400 miles in like 2 days.
Wow.
So we
that's
rode
excellent.
did the ride, then rode home. Yeah. So.
Good. Well, you're busy, right?
Yes, I am busy. Yeah,
you got a lot going on.
I'm the caretaker of Deborah Manor.
Yeah,
and there's a hot babe that lives there.
Oh boy, Your house has a name? Is it really called Deborah? No, I get it. Jeez,
no, it is Deborah Manor. There's a plaque on the front.
Is there really?
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. I'm gonna have to look the next time I'm in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're actually trying to get the house declared a historical house.
That's really cool, though, right?
Yeah, it was built in 1904. 1904. So it's still standing.
Man. Well, I'm really excited. This Freedom Rock project is a big deal. And again, if you're just tuning in, Wilton City Council member Ted Maroff, Wilton, Muscatine County FreedomRock.com.
Yes.
Get a PDF, recognize a veteran or an active duty service member. This will all be completed and ready to go in 2020. You think that's a long ways away. It's not.
No.
Well, I imagine you'll give us the details once we get closer to when the big ceremony in 2020 will be.
Yeah, the rock is scheduled to be painted in June of 2020.
Perfect. Okay.
So we're going to be doing hardscape and some landscaping and stuff this year in preparation for that. And I can't emphasize enough, It's Muscatine County.
Muscatine County.
Muscatine
correct.
County veterans, active veterans, World War I, World War II, Vietnam War, Korean War,
Sure.
any conflict, any service. I mean, my Aunt Bonnie Kincaid, who was a wave in 1951, I'm going to put a rock paver in there for her.
That's
so,
super cool.
You know, the 75th anniversary of D-Day, when you saw once again, and it's heartrending to see the sacrifice that servicemen and women make when you see something like that. So this is kind of a thing for us to say thank you.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's not kind of a thing. This is a big deal, and to have this in Wilton is great, and to again emphasize that it is for everybody in Muscatine County.
That is correct.
You know, we did a show on D-Day, and I said this then, and I'll say it again. You look at those pictures, and it doesn't feel like that's something that really happened.
Yeah.
Because it was so long ago, but you look at these pictures and you know how many young people, you know, waded across the waters and maybe made the ultimate sacrifice.
And it's just wild. In a small way, if you've been to the Vietnam War Memorial in
Which
D.C.,
I have, yep.
It takes you somewhere else other than, and you see the names, and you know, a couple names up there are people I know.
Sure.
So in a small way, we're trying to emulate that.
Absolutely.
For the county of Muscatine.
Well, I was in high school when we went to Washington, D.C., and a group of high school students, we were in Gettysburg, and then we went to D.C., and it was just around dusk, and you get to the wall, and nobody says a word.
Yeah.
And we went to the Abraham Lincoln, all that stuff. You're talking, carrying on. You get to that Vietnam Wall, and there was just a still. Yeah. And I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, I was 17, and I'll never forget that moment of just nobody said anything, because you just can't believe you're reading this and looking at it, and it's just.
Yeah, they're real people,
right,
not just names.
Absolutely.
Not just images on your television.
Right.
They're real people.
People that had families, and so this Freedom Rock project will definitely emulate that and recognize the folks that are doing those tough jobs as we're sitting here right now, as a matter of fact, right?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, we got to take our selfie for National Selfie Day, everybody. Hey, take a selfie with someone that you like on your own talk show in a grocery store.
All right, where are you at? Oh, I got to turn. There we go. Oh, there we are. We're together. Ah, perfect.
I'm seeing the grays in my hair, and I'm feeling a little like chubby George Clooney right in here.
I watched the thing, and it's like, good God, I have a goatee because I don't have a chin.
I'm with
so
you.
I've got to emphasize.
Listen,
that.
I paid $7 to have this thing cleaned up yesterday, because if I would have done it at home, and a friend of mine,
I'll do it for $5. Yep.
I mean, I got to think about gas going to Wilton, but it's still a good deal, probably. We don't want to take money out of Jenna Swale's pockets at Studio 180. She's great. But the thing is, Ted, I've got the trimmers because a friend of mine, Mike Bridenstine, who's a comedian in L.A., actor, comedian, he roasted me. He's like, are you having a Tom Hanks big moment where you're not an adult man that can't shave and groom his own face? And I said, no, I've got the trimmers, and what happens is one side's off. I try to make the other side shorter. Pretty much, pretty soon I've got the sweet mustache, and then I take it all off, and my wife hates my baby face.
Or you forget the setting, and you go, oh, crap.
It's exactly what happens. So I'm happy to give my friend Jenna business yesterday. I'm happy to call you a friend. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Tony.
Ted Maroff, Wilton City Council member, MuscatineCountyFreedomRock.com. Recognize our active duty and veterans. Please get involved with that. And don't forget, August 16th and 17th, Founders Day, coming up quick in Wilton. A lot of fun, live music, Lynn Allen, the Rosie Hips. Stay connected with all the details coming up on that, and Ted will be back in July to talk more about it.
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll light off one of those firecrackers inside the store.
Thank you.
We're not doing that, I promise. All right, let's go, if we could, CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam, which is around the corner, looking at some cheese. Yes, so this is exciting. Today, Friday, from 4 till 7, and tomorrow from 10 to 2, our very own Hy-Vee Cheese Master. Now, this is a thing. Cheese Master, Don Fisher, will be cutting the cheese and sampling the cheese. Ted's getting out of here as I'm saying cutting the cheese. He's like, oh, what am I doing? I was going to say this is too much work. So the Hennings cheese, thanks, Ted. Hennings cheese from Wisconsin is the best. So much variety, great flavor, and you can sample it right there where the camera is, the CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam. You'll be able to sample it there and have yourself a good time. And we are going to get Don into position here, and then let's take the cart cam for a stroll. I see Cody's ready to go. He's got the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. We go from CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam to the Toyota Muscatine cart cam, which is, good. Some cheese samples are making their way to the set. We're going to have a little Cam Inception here, Cody, and this camera today is truly Cody powered. Everybody, he has got the camera in his hand. We're covering through smartphone. Look at the variety. Look at that, a little Cam Inception going on. It's just great, and I tell you what. When you have somebody that's like a cheese master, like the one and only Don Fisher, who's going to join us in just a second, he's going to be able to educate you on all the different kinds of cheeses. It's amazing, you know, it wasn't too long ago, there'd be just a couple varieties of cheese, and now they've got these flavors.
Over 150.
150. All right, so let's come to the set. Let's talk to Don Fisher, who's here, because I'm out of the corner of my eye. I feel like I'm spying Don, and I don't want to... I got an order of events here, but is that blue cheese?
That
or is
that blueberry
cheese?
Try it.
This okay, this is what I'm saying. So I actually saw it in the container right there, and I thought, in my head, I'm talking and thinking at the same time, which can be scary, but I thought there's no way that's blueberry cheese. And Cody, if you want to come and zoom in on this in my hand, and then on this container down here, Don, they have blueberry cheese?
Actual blueberries in the cheddar cheese. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's great on a bagel.
I bet it's
with
great on
a little bit of Philadelphia blueberry cream cheese on top.
Look at that shot. I mean, that's a nice camera, but this is an even better piece of cheese. So for the folks at home that don't understand this Hennings outfit and the fact that they're creating all this great cheese in Wisconsin, can you give them a little bit of a background on it? Because they're just great.
Yep.
As I take a bite, of course.
They're from Wisconsin. It's a fourth-generation cheesemaker. They've been in business, I think, since 1934, 39, something like that. They have, I don't know, 14 or 15, maybe even more cheeses now. We carry 10 of them.
Wow.
And during the holidays, we might carry the cranberry, and during October,
oh my gosh,
November, we'll carry the apple.
Yeah.
And it's just fantastic. And all these cheeses go great with a lot of things.
I was going to say, and that's where you really, I mean, you know your stuff, of course, as a cheese master. That's a big deal, and a long road to get there.
Oh, yeah.
To know all of this stuff, but you can go further and tell people, like, yeah, that would complement with this type of beverage or this type of meal, or you can take this in combination. Yeah.
Like this Chipotle.
Okay.
Put that on a burrito. Chimichangas, if you like to make them at home. Burritos.
Oh, boy.
Or by itself is wonderful, too. It's not hot. It's just a little spicy, like a Southwestern seasoning.
There's so much flavor. The blueberry, I'm not kidding you. That was unbelievable.
It is, isn't it?
I'm going to take a pack of that with me to the office. That's really good. The Chipotle is not overwhelming.
No.
Isn't it amazing that they're able to create these cheeses and then get them to places like Hy-Vee? And I just like that we encourage people to try, right?
And that's what we're doing today and tomorrow.
Oh, you are literally going to be making it happen.
4 to 7 tonight and 10 to 2 tomorrow. I'll be in front of... across from the
Italian
sandwich. Yeah, Italian. There you go. And I will be sampling 9 different cheeses.
Oh my gosh!
And I will have fresh wheels out there, and ready cubed cups. And you tell me what your favorite is out of the 9, and I will cut it fresh and wrap it fresh right in front of your eyes.
That's pretty impressive to be able to have something that fresh at your convenience. Do you have, the obvious question is with respects to the Hennings and the variety, do you have a personal favorite? I mean,
right here.
Right there.
I love horseradish.
Wow.
I used to make horseradish with my father-in-law when he was alive. And
horseradish
this is
cheese.
Wonderful. You like horseradish?
I'll take one for the team. I mean, unless you were gonna. I mean, listen.
No, I'm fine. But
I want to share with these guys, with Cody and Chad. What a day for Ryan not to be here. All right, so horseradish.
Horseradish.
Oh my gosh.
And that's horseradish.
That is horseradish, everybody. I'm telling you, it's just wild, right? If you like just a good cheddar or a Colby, they've probably got you covered. But if you want to try something adventurous, and I tell you what, and that's, if I hadn't tried the blueberry, I wouldn't want to buy it. I'm buying that container. You don't have to take that back. Yep. I'll buy that after the show. That's how much I like it. And that's what this is all about with the Hennings event, 4 to 7 today, Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. We want you to try it, fall in love, and then take some home, right?
Absolutely. And out of the 9 that I'm going to be sampling, I'm sure there's going to be at least one favorite. And you're going to want to take
100%.
that home. try it out, watch it or eat on it while watching a ball game or soap opera or whatever you want to do.
Whatever the occasion is, it's always a good one with this Hennings outfit. I mean, they really do a good job.
They do.
And
they're a very good family-based oriented. If you've ever been up there or have the opportunity to visit their facilities and take a tour, they're absolutely wonderful people. The whole crew, the people that gave the tour, they explained more in 15 minutes about cheese than I could in an hour, probably.
It's unbelievable. I want to talk a little bit about this, within the last couple months, this certification and this cheese master status that you have, certified cheese master. How much work went into that for you to get to that point? Because you got to know your stuff, right?
I used to keep track of how many hours I would study at night, so I would share my time with my family and in study time. In the last 5 years, probably, 4,000 or 5,000 hours of studying.
Jeez.
Now, some of it's luxurious studying while sitting out in the hammock and reading a book and falling asleep.
That sounds awesome.
But, this is my 5th year, and come July 31st, I will be taking the CCP exam, which is the American Cheese Society Certified Cheese Professional Exam, which is the highest that anybody in the cheese industry can go.
Great.
So.
It's a big deal, and again, it's got to be fun for you, Don, to have so much variety, around you, and of course, Hennings being part of that, and the fact that you have this knowledge and this resource that you can tell people. I mean, if you like a red wine, here's something that would work. If you're looking for something, like you said, to watch a Cubs game or Cardinals or whatever, and you're looking to make a nice little cracker tray, by the way, here's a better cracker to put on that cheese, right? I mean, and I'm sure that some of these Hennings cheeses maybe melt better than others, right?
Oh, definitely, like the Pepper Jack, Kojak, Colby. Most of these melt fairly well.
Yes.
The only thing would be maybe the cheddar, because it's a little more compact.
Sure. But isn't that funny to talk about, like, the cheese's ability to melt well or not?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because like you said, with the Chipotle going on certain things, look at how good that shot looks right there. Oh, my gosh. Come on.
Makes you want to dive right in, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, And the best part about this little diet that I've been on is that cheese is on it, everybody. So all the samples to this guy. So when people come out, and whether they're trying, like they're seeing the Colby Jack or the Blueberry Cobbler, which you should just buy the whole lot of it, they can really buy as much as they want, because you're going to be cutting it and wrapping it like you said.
I mean, usually I put it in about third-pound sizes.
Sure.
When I do this, a lot of people buy pound and a half chunks.
Oh.
I had one lady buy a 2.5 pound wedges, which is 1/8 of a wheel, last year when I was doing this. Because
tremendous.
She walked in, she's looking for something that she was going to do for a party or for guests that weekend. There it is.
Now, I want people to also understand something, and I can't wait to see this tomorrow, selfishly. One of the things that you're able to do, so my wife is in a wedding tomorrow for Valerie and Michael, and Val's dad, Brian Burns, who's a great guy, is having you, Don, construct. I mean, it's going to look like a cake, but it's cheese. Can you tell me what I can expect tomorrow? I'm just going to be doing this the whole night. Like,
this
need a little bit of that. Thanks for paying, Brian.
Imagine, they do have Kojak, which this one they picked.
Okay.
And then they're going to have, let's see, I've got 1833 English cheddar.
Oh, my gosh.
Then we've got a round of smoked Gouda.
Awesome.
And then a half a wheel of Cambozola.
Oh, my gosh.
And then on 4 corners of the cheddar, I'm going to have 4 rounds of fresh plain goat cheese. And it's going to be about yay high.
I've heard it might weigh like 70 pounds or something.
No.
Is that accurate? Is it more?
Let's see, 20, 30, pretty close to 70 pounds.
Holy smokes, of cheese. And this is not, I mean, this is Brian reached out to Don, and this could be you, right? If you want to elevate your next event.
Sure.
70-pound cheese cake, essentially.
They're not going to consume 70 pounds.
Well, I will.
I might have to open up another wheel.
Give me a knife and a fork. It's game over. What do you mean? I'm at this wedding. I'm a guest. I'm not working.
It'll all be plated. The tower will be just for
display.
Display. It is awesome. I've done this 4 times in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Twice for relatives, and then one last year, I believe, or 2 years ago, and then one this year.
Super cool.
So,
I'm just telling you, it's a fun thing to talk about, but even better when you can try things buy them because we can all stay in our lane, right? With respect to, I say often that we shop with tunnel vision, and that's okay. But when you have the opportunity to try something and then talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about, it makes it that much easier.
And all this cheese that I sell back here is all natural.
All natural.
There's no processing going on. I mean, reheating and messing with different ingredients to make something salty.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say you're getting all of the flavor. Yeah. Is that a habanero one?
No, that's pepper jack.
Pepper jack.
I
okay.
Brought a habanero, but I didn't want to host a show by myself.
I was gonna say I remember trying the habanero and being like, "Ooh, you can taste that one a little." And then what do we have right here?
That is blazing buffalo.
Blazing buffalo. It's like
it's warm.
I'm going in. Going in. Oh yeah, there it is. Blazing buffalo. Well, at least my face is getting flushed. I was going to say, habanero is spicy, but the flavor, that's what's so incredible to me, and I come back to that. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit of the heat. Oh, thanks for zooming in, Cody. Guess what? No cheese for you. You're out. Ryan wasn't here. You were going to get some cheese. My earlobes are turning red. The blueberries taste like blueberry. Really good, everybody. I'm telling you. You've got to come out today at the Blazing Buffalo. Wow, is that good?
It's great.
It kind of had a little bit on the heat on the back end.
And we're doing this right. We're progressing. We went from
Toe
Jack to, and we got to the, I don't think you're going to taste much anything else in here.
I was going to say, I'm glad that I started with the blueberry cobbler, Don. You can see onion and chive, blueberry cobbler, Colby Jack, the horseradish, so much great flavor.
Yep.
And we want you to stop by the store, of course, later on today, Friday, between 4 and 7, or Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Say hi to Don. Try something. I just want to look at this blueberry up close.
You are infatuated with that.
Oh, for that price? Come on, man. $3.52.
That's the best part. We're $2, at least $2 off a pound on all the cheeses throughout the month of June.
It's great.
And then, of course, in July is my favorite time with mozzarella, where I get to make the mozzarella and have my 3 different recipes. So
yeah, we look forward to having you back on to talk about that. And I look forward to having another piece of blueberry. I'm going to buy this again for y'all watching at home. And
I think he needs to after as much as he's ate.
Buy it. Yeah, right. But for $3.52, no offense, but you're going to be better at cutting this than I would. I mean, I'll buy a bigger piece of this. That's how much I like it, but I like that it's ready to go right here, cubed for me, right?
Yep.
Look at that. You just made a sale.
Great.
It's already a successful event. We got one guy.
And then when you and your lovely wife get remarried, we could do a...
Yeah, we could. I need to.
You need what?
I like what you're saying.
To get remarried?
Well, for our anniversary in September, maybe I need 70 pounds of cheese. Isn't that what you get for the 7th anniversary? 70 pounds of cheese?
Sure.
Sometimes it's diamonds and gold
and
watches and clocks.
Yeah,
cheese tower, everybody.
70 for 7.
What about a number 7 made out of cheese?
I can do that.
I know you can. That's
I'm a woodworker. I can chisel.
Chisel the cheese.
No, really, the last tower I done, they had chocolate cheese on there, and I put a heart in there with an arrow, and I put I can't remember the initials.
The chocolate
initials,
cheese.
And then put forever down below. And,
the chocolate cheese is just almost too good to be true. How much variety do we have right behind us? Over
150.
150 different kinds of cheese.
It might be 120 right now, but it's usually around 120, 150, and around the holidays it's like 200. It's crazy.
It's really exciting. Don Fisher, cheese master, certified cheese master here at Hy-Vee. Henning's event today and tomorrow. If you miss the event, just come in, ask for a sample. We've always got samples out. Yep. I love watching people try something and then they buy it. It's just great. Delmer, you made a sale. Blueberry cobbler. I'm buying it.
I want to see your receipt.
You got it.
With a little bit of blueberry wine.
I always keep my receipts. With a little bit of blueberry wine. Yes. Is it blueberry wine 30? Oh, look at the time. It is, everybody.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. Don, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I will make sure that this plate gets back to you because I'm sure that Chad and Cody want to have some samples. Again, if Ryan were here, Ryan would say, leave the wheel. And you can see Cody right now walking around Cheese Island. Look at that. That is marvelous. Wow, does that look good. So much variety. And everybody that works over there, they know their stuff. And it's all Gouda, everybody, if I may be so cheesy. It's all Gouda over there. Seriously, that blueberry cobbler, I didn't think I would like it that much, but I am buying that 100%. That's going to happen. Okay, very good. All right, yeah, I mean, that's how much cheese there is. Like, Cody could walk all the way around and and just give you an idea of the scope of that outfit. It's really great, and we're happy to have that here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. All right, well, listen, we are every bit of almost done with the show for the week. I can't believe it, you know? You take a week and a day off, and you come back, and you blink, and it goes from Monday to Friday. That's how quick it went by for me, at least. And we're excited to have another full week of great guests here on the Hy-Vee Today show in just a week, right? So Monday we'll be back live at 8:30. I want to say thanks to Wilton City Council member Ted Maroff for being here, being my friend, Hy-Vee certified cheese master Don Fisher. Absolutely great. We've got a couple things we're going to take care of before we go. As I mentioned, today, the first day of summer, the longest day of the year, June 21st, also National Selfie Day, National Take Your Dog to Work Day. Not taking my dog to work. Not going to do that. It's Take Back the Lunch Break Day. If you're the kind of person that doesn't take a lunch break, what are you doing? If you're entitled to it, take it, will you? Go Skateboard Day. I've stood on a skateboard 3 times in my life, and I've fallen off of a skateboard 3 times in my life. So skateboards and I are not friends. That being said, I like that we have a skate park here in Muscatine. I encourage kids getting outside and grown-ups that skate. And, of course, our friends at the Land of Oz have some pretty cool skateboard stuff, so you can go see them. If you need any new decks or wheels or thrashing gear, my skateboard lingo is not the best either. And it's Daylight Appreciation Day, which is fitting on the longest day of the year, and I definitely appreciate the daylight. Hello to Jody and Sherry watching on Facebook. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. All right, we're going to rapid fire through some stuff, then we're going to get to the team staffing job board. Don't forget we've got the Fuel Saver flyer each and every week here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. It is a tangible flyer. You can grab it off the rack, and if you bought everything on the flyer this week, you would save over $1.50 off per gallon. That includes things like Land of Frost lunch meat. How about some Hy-Vee deli shaved ham? Hy-Vee orange juice, that looks good. Child's Play mix is in there. The Dream Bars from the bakery. Personal pizzas. Right, I'm telling you, it is all good, everybody, when you talk about that Fuel Saver flyer. There's another side to it as well, over $1.50. I think it was like $1.58 off per gallon if you bought everything. Cody, I am going to airdrop you. I'm airdropping Cody a picture, and save this for later in the show. It's something that Mike Church in the meat department wanted me to mention that people apparently might be excited that we have back in stock. So anyways, let's go to what we were just talking about, kind of like some deli deals, right? Our pal Don Fisher and Delmer and the crew in the Hy-Vee Deli, they've got a flyer themselves that's good through this Sunday. Delmer's Deli deals, from things like Holland smoked Gouda to Jarlsberg Norwegian Swiss-style cheese, fresh-made Fiesta trays, Hawaiian sliders, Sartori cheeses, Columbus peppered salami, Columbus Rosetta de Leon, and of course the Henning's cheese event happening Friday and Saturday. Don't miss out on an opportunity for you to have some fantastic samples here at the Hy-Vee. 2 things, job board, and then that picture I sent you. So the ad that we have in the newspaper that expires, I believe it's tomorrow is the last day for that. This is awesome. It's got some great deals on the back of it. Alex Armstrong joining us off camera, staring at all the cheese. Probably going to ask for some. Fresh ground round, 90% lean, 10% fat, $3.99 a pound. That saves you $1 off. Mike Snook also walking in the background now. Bratwurst, links, and patties. Notice that Snook has we don't even try and get Snook on camera anymore. That's how much of a good rapport we have. Athena cantaloupe, $1.77. Each Pepsi products are on there, bakery fresh buns, and the last thing I'll mention, of course, the Garden Center, 50% off. Hey, if you want one of these, the camera's not on me, so you might as well walk in and grab one, Alex. 50% off everything that's left in the Garden Center. That looks like an onion and chive sample. While supplies last, all remaining plants, live plants, 50% off. You'll have good breath now, everybody, which you always do. So check out those deals and come and see us. And listen, I don't know if we look out the windows. Do you guys feel like the fireworks tent is open at this point? Again, we're doing the show not right now. Okay, it's 9:22. The MCSA fireworks tent located in the Hy-Vee parking lot. We hope to be open very soon. And again, by the time you're watching this tonight or this weekend, if it's on cable, assume that it is open. But they also need volunteers, right? So if you want to volunteer to help out the MCSA fireworks tent, get a hold of Jenny at MCSA. She would love to have you on board. All right, let's get to the team staffing job board. Those folks are located at 109 Lake Park Boulevard here in Muscatine. Over 100 jobs available. If it's you or someone you know, tell them about it. Jenny has machine operator, welders, and general labor, pay ranging from $10 to $18 an hour, all shifts available. What do? You call Jenny, 563-316-7635. You reach out on social media, you email them, or you stop in person and get started immediately. Up next is Mary, help desk, AutoCAD, sales, forklift operator, and assembly. Again, the variety is there. What are you looking for? What are your skill sets? That's what they're there to do. Their job is to get you a job. That's what they're in business for, right? If there's not a surplus of jobs, they don't have a team staffing. So we want team staffing to keep doing what they're doing and getting good people good jobs. We appreciate folks like Mary. And last but not least on the job board is Brooke McCullough, who will be on the show next week. Brooke's our friend. We like having Brooke here, and Brooke's got some forklift warehouse support, quality machine operator, and production labor, first and second shifts. Brooke's number 563-316-7636 or careersateamssi.com. A lot of hair on the goatee yesterday, cleaned up. And it's not that I'm hoity-toity and I can, I surely can't be left to trim my goatee myself. But the reality is, I have the trimmers. I've tried. It gets uneven. I shave it. I got a fat baby face. My wife doesn't like it. So shout out to my friend, Jenna Swales at Studio 180. I went over, and she took a lot off of this thing, and it feels way better. I mean, it was just getting, it was getting too long, and I'll shave the rest of this before that wedding so I look a little better. But I'm telling you, if I would have been left up to me, I would have made a mistake, and I'd be sitting here with baby face. And I will do that once or twice a year to just kind of reset the clock to zero. And it never looks good. And it always takes too long to grow back. And at this point, at 35, I would hope that my facial hair would grow quicker. So I don't know if there's a secret to that or if there's a cream I could use or something, but I would like to figure out what that is. All right, the bologna, right? We got bologna picture to show you. Mike Church in the meat department says this is a big deal. Boyd's Bologna, the original coarse grind beef bologna, is back at your Muscatine Hy-Vee near some of the other deli meats, ready to go. Boyd's Bologna, apparently we haven't had it for a while. It's here. It's a big deal. Full disclosure, it's not for me, but I feel like a lot of people would like this. Maybe I should try it. I shouldn't judge it. Listen, maybe I shouldn't judge it. I'll come back around on Boyd's Bologna. But there you go. There's a picture of it. And would Boyd's Bologna go well with a piece of blueberry cheese? I don't know. This is dynamite. You stop yourself. Do yourself a flavor. You can't buy this one because I'm buying it. That's very good. And it's weird that it's a blueberry cheese. It's really good, man. Blueberry cheese. Normally $13 for you, $3.52. Today only. It's very nice. It's really good. And I hope that you'll come check it out. All right. Thank you for watching this week. I appreciate it. We mentioned earlier in the week on the show that our store director, Jim Simmons, is heading out to Columbia, Missouri, and we wish him well. Jim's last day will be Monday. And on Tuesday, we welcome new store director, Matt Schweitzer. So Matt has spent several years at Hy-Vee Main Street. I think about 7 years at Hy-Vee Main Street in downtown Muscatine. I've known Matt for about 6.5 years. Really excited to have Matt Schweitzer here in the store. And I imagine at some point next week, we will have Matt Schweitzer on the Hy-Vee Today show. So we welcome Matt Schweitzer, and we look forward to having Matt here and having him on this show. Good guy, great family, and happy that he wants to stay in Muscatine. And again, we wish Jim Simmons nothing but the best. He's only been great to this community and myself especially, right? I mean, there's no Hy-Vee Today without that guy, and there's no Tony Tone at Hy-Vee without him either. So we look forward to Jim having success in Columbia, Missouri, and we welcome Matt Schweitzer to town. All right, I'm going to stop talking because this blueberry cobbler, it needs a home, and its home is in my mouth. So I'm going to eat it and probably share with the guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine. Thanks to Team Staffing. Thanks to Delmer Coolers. He just always happens to be in my line of sight, and I love the guy. He's just great. You couldn't ask for a better coworker. He's always cutting the cheese and the meats and making the stuff, and pretty good golfer from what I hear. And now he's coming to... Would you like a piece of blueberry?
No.
Okay.
You
all
enjoy.
right. Thank you. I will. I just got to remember to pay for it. Right? That's part of it. I will pay for it. Just like I pay for everything else here that I buy. They always ask, do you want the receipt? And I'm like, yes, I want the receipt. I don't want somebody to accuse me of not paying for something. I'm not trying to waste paper, but give me the receipt. This is good. It's all good. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. Check this show out on cable, Muscatine Power and Water, Channel 5. Thanks to RE/MAX. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, the real estate market in Muscatine is hotter than the Henning's habanero cheese. That's how hot the real estate market is. You could say it is in fuego, everybody. I mean, it is just hot. Take it from someone that had an offer on their house in less than 48 hours. Buy a house, sell a house, stay in town. We love this community, and we're happy to have this show to bring to you Monday through Friday. People always get surprised. How often do you do that? My favorite quote is, how often do you do that little show? Well, there's nothing little about this, me included, right? 5 days a week, I tell them. And some of them go, 5 days? 5 days? Right. There's enough going on in this community, in this county, to book guests to have 5 days a week. And just like next week with Muscatine Police Chief Brett Talkington coming in, our friend Mandy Grimm with the Columbus Junction Library, I'm telling you, there's enough going on in our county to justify a show like this. Plus, I don't know where else they're going to go to be interviewed locally. There's not a lot of options anymore. So we're happy to be a great resource for the town, and we appreciate all your support, and we thank you for watching Hy-Vee today. Take care of yourself. We got to get rid of this cheese. I mean, it's not going to eat itself. So come and see us and take care. That's it. So good.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.